Greetings, learners. Time to master English one word at a time. From grammar and writing to speaking with confidence. I make English simple, fun, and easy to learn for everyone. Hit the subscribe button and let's grow together in the world of words. Bye. Good day, learners. Welcome to my classroom. I am Teacher Ruth. Today, we are going to begin our episode on noun phrase. In this episode, we will be exploring the definition of noun phrase. We'll also look at the functions of the noun phrase, and we will pick one of the functions as our focus for today. So, what is a noun phrase? Now, what is a noun phrase? A noun phrase could be defined as a group of words that function as a noun in the sentence. A noun phrase could be defined as a group of words that function as a noun in the sentence. What did you pick from there? It is a group of words, not a word, because we are not considering the definition of a noun. We are considering the definition of a noun phrase. Now, let's see how a noun can metamorphose from a word to a noun phrase. Looking at the board, let's consider these examples. Car, house, man. Now, these are examples of nouns. These are examples of nouns. So how do we now take them to, how do we metamorphose them towards a noun phrase? We say a car, the house, a man. You will not be wrong to even say the man. With the introduction of these articles or determiners, they have become what? A noun phrase. These are examples of nouns, and these are examples of noun phrase. Now let's look at the next subheading, which is functions of the noun phrase. The noun phrase has 6 functions. There are subject of the verb, subject complement, object of the verb, object complement, object of the preposition, and innerposition to a noun. In today's episode, our focus will be on subject of the verb. Now let's look at subject of the verb as a function of the noun phrase. What is subject of the verb? Subject of the verb is when the noun phrase takes the first position of the sentence. This is when the noun phrase takes the first position of the sentence. Let's illustrate this definition of subject of the verb in the following examples. Let's consider the example on the board. The boy runs fast. The boy runs fast. What is the noun phrase here? The boy. What is the noun here? Boy. Remember I told us how nouns metamorphose into the noun phrase with the introduction of determiners like a, an, they, and pronouns as well. Now, look at the board. The boy runs fast. What did we say subject of the verb is? Subject of the verb is when the noun phrase, this underlined expression, when the noun phrase takes the first position of the sentence. It is not taking the medial position, that is the middle position of the sentence. Neither is it taking the terminal position of the sentence. It is taking the first position of the sentence. Now, when asked to give the grammatical name of this expression, what will you say? Grammatical name is noun phrase. What are we looking at here? Subject of the verb. What is the verb in this sentence? The verb in this sentence is runs. What is a verb? A verb is an action word. So, the answer will be grammatical function Grammatical function is subject of the verb. Subject of the verb runs. Subject of the verb runs. Please, in stating your grammatical function, remember to put your verb in quotation mark. This will help you. Remember to put your verb in or your answer in quotation mark. So the grammatical name is noun phrase and the grammatical function is subject of the verb runs. Why is it subject of the verb? Because according to the definition of the subject of the verb, it says that this is when the noun phrase, the boy, takes the first position of the sentence. Well explained. Now let's consider the second example on the board. Looking at this expression, we have two examples of nouns, which are apple and tree. We also have two noun phrases in this sentence, which are an apple and a tree. So, considering the definition of subject of the verb, which takes the first position, which the noun phrase takes the first position of the sentence, we are going to erase this line and consider this line because it is taking the first position of the sentence. Please permit me to abbreviate. Now let us provide our grammatical name and function. An apple. Remember that this article "an" makes this expression a noun phrase. Therefore, the grammatical name is noun phrase. The grammatical name is noun phrase. And what is our verb here? We are considering what? Subject of the verb. Subject of the verb. In this expression, what is our verb? Our verb is fell. Therefore, our grammatical function is subject of the verb fell. Remember, always put your answer or your verb in quotation mark, always. So, this is our grammatical name and function. When you pay attention to the line, pay attention to the line. That is your rule number one. When you pay attention to the line, you will surely know what it is acting as. That is, subject of the verb or any other function. Students often ask, how do I recognize my noun phrase? How do I know my noun phrase? Number one, pay attention to the line. If you must know your subject of the verb, pay attention to the line. The line and the noun phrase take the first position of the sentence. Always pay attention to the line. Secondly, rule number two, the noun phrase is introduced with articles or determinants like a, the, and, many, some, and pronouns. Examples of pronouns: his, her, my, etc. So when you know the examples of, when you know these determinants or articles, you will be able to identify your noun phrase. And when you pay attention to the line, you can never go amiss in providing your grammatical name and grammatical function. Now, for your personalized learning, these expressions are provided for you to try out these examples, to try out this home fun for yourself. Now, do this yourself and let me see your answers in the comment section. Provide the grammatical name and the grammatical function as you have learned. We have come to the end of the first episode. In our next episode, we will explore the second function of the noun phrase, which is subject complement. If the concept of subject of the verb was well explained, please give a thumbs up and share with friends. Thank you for attending today's class. See you in the next class. Bye, learners.